Hi guys, welcome back to my vlog. This is the second video on this channel. So today's topic is going to be my favorite places to visit in California. The good thing about California is that you can travel around any time of the year because the weather is good most of times. So that's why every week I try to go to 1-2 new places I haven't been before because there's so much to see. So today's list of my favorite places to visit, I want to divide into two parts: the places to see around Los Angeles and the places to see around San Francisco. So let's start from the places to see around LA. The place number one is Malibu. Malibu is about 15 minutes drive from Santa Monica, and in my opinion Malibu beaches are one of the most beautiful ones in Southern California because they are much less crowded and a lot cleaner than the other ones I saw around LA area. Malibu is also very famous for a lot of celebrities living there. I also know that a lot of people actually sign up for the tour, which means bus takes them around Malibu so they can check out the houses where celebrities live in. Malibu has a lot of very cute, cozy little stores as well as great restaurants and coffee shops. I actually highly recommend a cafe called Malibu Farm. Is right at the Malibu Pier, and if you guys go there, please take the window table because the view of the ocean is just breathtaking over there. The place number two is Palm Springs. Palm Springs is about 1 hour 30 minutes drive from Los Angeles, and this place is actually very famous for Coachella Festival. If you guys want to go to Coachella Festival one day, please buy the tickets way ahead of time. I actually wanted to go this year, but all tickets were sold out, even though there was still like 4 months before the festival. Palm Springs is located in the desert, so the landscape of the city is mostly mountains and a lot of palms. And please remember that in Palm Springs the weather is so much hotter than in LA. Palm Springs is also very famous for its remarkable houses. Online you can even find the list of the most beautiful houses front doors that are rather popular on Instagram these days. I actually took some pictures from the car because I didn't have enough time to explore that part of the city, but I definitely want to come back and just rent a bicycle and just ride around residential areas so I can see more. If you're looking for the place to have lunch, I do recommend the typical American diner called Elmer's, and take the table outside so you can enjoy the local scenery. The place number three is Santa Barbara. Santa Barbara is another beach town about 1 hour 30 minutes drive from Los Angeles. And guys, please don't drive to Santa Barbara in rush hours if you don't want to turn your road trip into 3 hours torture, what happened to me. Santa Barbara is a Mediterranean city with red tile roofs that reflect the Spanish heritage. It's a rather beautiful place to be, especially if you get to stay in a first line to the ocean hotel. Unfortunately, when I went there, the weather wasn't good enough for jumping into the water. That's why in summer I definitely want to be back and spend another couple of days there. Food-wise, there is a very good seafood place called Shellfish Company, which has very high reviews and not expensive. So if you guys are looking for the place to have dinner, I do highly recommend that place. The place number four is San Diego. San Diego is about 2 hours drive from Los Angeles, but the traffic between San Diego and Los Angeles is never good, so I would suggest to add another 30 minutes just to be safe. I spent in San Diego 3 days, and I found that 3 days is perfect amount of time for the city like this. The first day, I would advise you to go to the zoo, which is rated to be the best one in the world. The ticket is a bit pricey, it's $58 per adult. Online you can even find few more expensive options, which will include tour bus takes you around, but I do recommend to take the cheapest one if you don't mind walking for a couple of hours, because the zoo is very beautiful, where it looks like a jungle with its own waterfalls and ponds, and you will get to see the animals that you probably haven't seen in any other zoos before. For the second day, I went to USS Midway Museum. The entrance ticket is $25, and that also includes the short tour, where the tour guide takes you around the aircraft carrier and tells you how the carrier used to function in war times. And then the rest of time you can just explore the carrier by yourself, which I found this part much more entertaining than the tour itself. So you got to see how the mariners used to live there, where did they eat, where did they sleep, and so on. And in the end, take a picture with the kissing sailor. This spot is rather popular in San Diego. And for the third day, I would recommend you just to walk around the city and eat a lot of Mexican food. Mexican food is extremely good in San Diego and is much cheaper than in Bay Area. My favorite Mexican restaurant is actually in San Diego and it calls La Puerta. If you guys go there and hit the happy hour, get shrimp quesadilla. Is extremely delicious, the best one I tried. And there's another spot that I really liked in San Diego called Liberty Station. That's like a little square with a bunch of restaurants and coffee shops. Why I love that place is because it's very close to the San Diego airport and I love watching airplanes taking off. So if you guys like it too, you could just go there, grab a cup of coffee and enjoy watching how airplanes taking off. So let's move to the part number 2 is places to see around San Francisco. The place number 1 is Sausalito. Sausalito is known for amazing views of San Francisco because it's located right on the Richardson Bay. And when you go there, it's right across the Golden Gate Bridge. That means it will take you only like 10 minutes to get there. Sausalito is a small town with narrow streets with a lot of souvenir stores, restaurants and coffee shops. If you take a walk along the coast, stop by the cafe called Sausalito Bakery Shop and try Italian frittata. It's extremely delicious. And if you take a table outside, you can enjoy the view of the San Francisco in the same time. And I want to share my favorite spot in Sausalito is actually up in the mountains, and from there you can see the most beautiful view of Golden Gate Bridge. The place number 2 is Carmel and Monterey. I combined these two places because they're very close to each other, about 10 minutes drive. So Carmel is another town with a lot of authentic stores that sell designer clothes, handmade cosmetics, and a lot of great restaurants. I do know a lot of people from the area who just drive there to Carmel to meet up with their friends and have lunch together. So I do recommend to spend time in Carmel, walking around the city and have lunch in a good restaurant and stop by Carmel Beach, which is supposed to be one of the most beautiful ones in Northern California. After that, you can go to Monterey, which I said before is very close to Carmel. Even when I was driving there, I haven't even noticed that we entered another city. I also mentioned Monterey in my first video on this channel when I was telling you that very famous TV series Big Little Lies was shot in Monterey. If you guys have watched, you know that's just impossible not to fall in love with the nature that was shown in the movie. So that's when I moved to States. I was like so happy to find out that Monterey is actually so close to the place where I live. So that was my first place where I went to in California. And it didn't disappoint me. I went to the Big Spy Bridge, which is an extremely beautiful place to be. Very windy though, so please make sure you wear a lot of clothes. You also should walk around Fisherman's Wharf and try clam chowder. Is very famous in Monterey. And if you are as fan as I am, I also went to the coffee shop which is also on Fisherman's Wharf. That's the exact same coffee shop that was shown in the movie many times. The place number 3 is Santa Cruz. Santa Cruz is an hour 20 minutes drive from San Francisco, and this is another beach town in Northern California. Santa Cruz is actually very famous for surfing, so you can find a lot of surfing schools there or just surfing places where you can rent a board and learn how to do that by yourself. I honestly do not surf, but I did enjoy just walking along the coast. In Santa Cruz, there are plenty of beach houses which you can just rent out with your family and spend great couple of days there. I went there in December, so the weather was kind of cold, so not a lot of people actually do that in this period of time, but in summer it's going to be a lot of fun. The place number 4 is Lake Tahoe. Lake Tahoe is extremely popular destination. Half of the lake locates in California and half is in Nevada. In winter there is ski season, so if you guys like to ski or snowboard, I highly recommend to go there and check this place out. If you go there and if you want to stay overnight, I do suggest to do that in Tahoe City because this city is right next to the lake and is relatively close to a lot of local restaurants and supermarkets. Tahoe City is about 20 minutes drive to 2 most popular ski resorts. One is Alpine Meadows, another one is Squaw Valley. For $130, you can get a daily pass and ski as much as you want. If you're planning to do that more often than once in a season, you probably should get a season pass. But I would actually advise you to go to the ski resort ticket office and ask for the deals, because somehow the prices online were much higher than the one I was offered at a ski resort. And even in summertime, look how beautiful and how clean this lake is. So I definitely want to be back there in a couple of months when it gets warmer. The place number 5 is Napa Valley. If you watched my first video where I was telling you about top 10 things you should know before moving to the area, I did mention Napa Valley is one of my favorite places to see in Northern California. It is known for hundreds of hillside vineyards in Napa Valley wine region. And popular thing to do here is take a vintage wine train with restaurants inside going through the valley for $300 per person. I am not quite sure if it worth paying that much. I didn't have a chance to try. If you don't want to pay $300 for the wine tasting on the train, you can go, for example, to the sparkling wine tasting in a beautiful winery called Domaine Carneros and pay $35. I also ordered appetizers, which cost me another $20. One of my favorite wineries is Duckhorn. I didn't pay for tasting because I'm a member there, but I am obligated to buy a set of wine from them every season. If you don't want to sign up for the membership, you can just pay a one-time tasting fee. And if you feel like having a dinner in a high-end restaurant, I recommend you to go to the Yandwell in Napa Valley. One of my most favorite restaurants there is Tahoe. They have different set of menu every day, which they publish on their website every morning, so you can check it out ahead of time whether you like this place or not. There's another one, French Laundry, which is supposed to be extremely good and expensive. It has 3 Michelin stars and the average price per person is $400, and it requires reservation 2-3 months ahead. And the place number 6 is Livermore. Livermore I left for the end, especially for shopping lovers. This is the town about 40 minutes drive from San Francisco, and this place is famous because it has one of the biggest brands outdoor outlet mall in Northern California. There's so much stuff you can buy and so much cheaper than in any other shopping malls in the city. So that is all I wanted to talk about in today's video. So hopefully guys, you found the list of my most favorite places to visit in California useful. So if you go there, you will enjoy as much as I did. Thank you so much for watching and see you in the next video.